What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be playing Ken Yukuhiro's Top 8 Mardu Knights. Once I can find it. There we go. Now, I didn't have, I believe, 3 cards from the main board, 1 copy of Acclaimed Contender, and 2 copies of Blacklance Paragon. So, in their places, I've put 2 copies of Smitten Swordmaster and 1 copy of Murderous Rider to kind of keep at the same mana cost and the effectiveness with the deck. Now, I really like this because it ended up making it in the top 8, and it's a Knights deck, and it works around Embercleave, and y'all know I've been loving this card. So to see it play so highly in the Mythic Championship, I'm honestly happy, super happy with. And the Manu pilot did an excellent job. I'm sure I butchered his name, so I do apologize for that. And I also didn't have all the sideboard cards, but y'all know I'm really more of a best of 1 player, so that's okay. So before we go and hop into this deck tech or deck breakdown, I would like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions for this video, future videos, or past videos. Furthermore, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It is free and it's a great way to support the channel. Also, if you want to support the channel through a monetary means, you can hit the join button down below and it'll give you a list of perks you can acquire upon joining up. And last but not least, if you're looking to pick up some magic cards while supporting the channel, you can head over to tcgplayer.com and use the promo code the new Dr. Spill. Alright, now into this deck tech or deck breakdown. What has Ken got for us here today? Now, as I said, we are playing Embercleave, which huge fan. Personal. But the interesting thing about this this Mardu Knights deck is Ken is actually running Rotting Regisaur. And it's obvious because it's just a powerhouse, right? You get down to Rotting Regisaur. If you manage to hit Embercleave on Rotting Regisaur, that is so detrimental, right? It becomes an 8/7 with double strike and trample. It's your opponent's worst nightmare, right? So I can definitely understand, but the rest of the deck was just monstrously aggro, like, and strong too, right? Because none of the Ebon Legion can build up to be so huge. Fervent Champion has haste, has first strike, and can buff other knights, and gets the equipment of Steelclaw Lance for free, right? So it's like, again, another 1-drop, super good. Blacklance Paragon allows you to trade your knights, or even use it on something like Fervent Champion that has first strike, give it Death Touch and Lifelink. The value in this deck is just so huge. Now, again, I didn't have 4 copies of Blacklance Paragon, so instead I subbed out 2 copies of Smitten Swordmaster. Maybe it'll play out all right. We'll have to see. I did play this deck a little bit yesterday, and I enjoy it. Moon is down. We do have 4 copies of Rimrock Knight to give target creature +2/+0. Also, it's a 2-mana 3/1, so it's just strong, right? 4 copies of Steelclaw Lance to give the equipped creature +2/+2, and again, it can go on to Fervent Champion for free. So it's really this deck is just all about value from what I've seen. Like, it's so value. Next, we have 4 copies of Inspiring Veteran, giving all of our other knights +1/+1, and since, you know, we're playing a lot of knights, it makes sense. Moon is down. We have 3 copies of Acclaimed Contender to either draw out our Embercleave, or draw out another knight, or draw out our Steelclaw Lance. I can't, well, maybe. I was about to say, I can't really think of a situation where I'd prefer Steelclaw Lance over something else, but possibly. 1 copy of Murderous Rider. As I said, I didn't have all 4 copies of Acclaimed Contender, and I have Mythic rares, I just don't have any rares, so, you know, that's how it goes. 4 copies of Rotting Regisaur, again, because it's a solid 3-drop, right? 3-drop for a 7/6, just huge. And then last but not least, 4 copies of Embercleave, so that is fantastic as well. The sideboard, again, I will leave, for this, I'm going to leave the link in the description to Ken's deck instead of my version of the deck, because it's his deck. So that way y'all can have the full actual breakdown. For those of you that are curious, though, you know, 2 Smitten Swordmaster, 1 Murderous Rider, pretty much the only difference, except for my lands as well. I didn't have 4 copies of Sacred Foundry, so I subbed out for 2 copies of Temple of Triumph. So now that we're done with that, let's hop into this this day of matches, right? Naran 78 gonna be our first vote for the day. Naran, I'm not quite sure. Seems like a little bit too much mana, but it's a decent split, so like, we have enough mountains to where if we draw into Embercleave, you know, we can cast it. We have the white mana for Acclaimed Contender. The only thing I would really love to see is a 1-drop, right? That way we could just curve out beautifully. Especially if there was a Fervent Champion. Oh, so beautiful. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this down. Because we're going to need it for Inspiring Veteran, we're going to need it for Steelclaw, we're going to need it for Acclaimed, so works well. Temple of Triumph. I'm going to put you on the back burner. No, I think I'm fine going ahead and getting down Inspiring Veteran. Our opponent's playing... Oh, sorry, by the way. I forgot to turn down the game volume. I haven't been using headphones because I lost my last pair, my Apple headphones I used to use. And I bought a pair of Bluetooth headphones. And then I realized my computer doesn't have Bluetooth. So yeah, long story short, here I am, headphoneless. I am going to go ahead and play the Rotting Regisaur because we have lands to get rid of, right? We have lands that we do not need. So that'll be fun. And, oh yeah, so back to the headphones. I lost them, bought a new pair. They're Bluetooth. My computer's not Bluetooth. Here I am, headphoneless, because I'm a bit too stubborn to go buy another pair simply for recording, even though I know I need it. So, I don't know. I'm going to figure something out. I can either buy a Bluetooth, like, attachment for my computer to where it receives Bluetooth, or I can... That's, I mean... It's fine by me, honestly. I think I would rather him remove that than the Rotting Regisaur. That was his only play. Do I need 2 white sources for anything? I don't think so. Throw that down, and we'll get in for the 7. Like I said, Rotting Regisaur, 3 mana, 7 damage. It's huge. It's huge. Our opponent still hasn't really played anything of substance. I mean, even... Interesting. Yes, very interesting. So we can play this. Play this. And we can equip this. And I doubt they block with a Mayhem Devil. Well, no, they have to. Hell, that's lethal, huh? Yeah, this deck is just so strong. I'm telling y'all. And it's so fun. Like, honestly, if you enjoy aggro decks, but you're not a mono red player, this deck is for you. This is so fun. And top 8 in Mythic Championship. Nonetheless. That is like, that's so awesome to me. Let's see. It appears our opponent's playing, this is weird. They have like an adventure food giant deck. Yeah. I mean, I'll take the victory, but I like their deck actually. I really do. So we're moving right along through gold. I don't know how much longer is in the season. I know I can check it, but we got matches to play, right? On into a game 2. Count Cucula. What a name. And rocking the Teferi Avatar, nonetheless. Ooh. Man, I would love to keep this hand if I didn't have 2 copies of Embercleave. Hell, I'm thinking about keeping it even with the 2 copies of Embercleave. The mana base is just so on point. And I like curving out early. I like how... Oh, are they playing the same thing as us? If that's the case, I shouldn't have kept this hand. I don't think it's... Ooh. Drawing like that, though, may not be bad. It's a pretty good draw. At least gives us something on turn 3. And it really helps out with the Embercleave. Yeah, having 2 Embercleaves is never really... I mean, I guess if they kill the creature that has the Embercleave on it, it might be cheaper in some cases to play a second Embercleave instead of... That I don't understand, because I am going to kill it. Like, I don't understand trading the 1 damage for your unit there. It didn't... it didn't seem worth to me, personally. I guess I should clarify. But, yeah. Going to be getting down our Inspiring Veteran. I feel like that's a little bit more important than having the Blacklance Paragon up at flash speed, considering we already killed their Fervent Champion and it wasn't required. And they don't really have anything too big of substance, and considering they're playing Cavalcade, they probably won't have anything too big of substance. Now, they are going to be using their Chandra here, but we can easily remove their Chandra next turn, so I'm not too concerned about that. Yes, we're going to be taking a little bit of damage. Now, Knight of the Ebon Legion. If a player lost 4 more life. Okay. Wanted to clarify. So we actually can't get down the Rotting Regisaur. And the funny thing is, if we get down Blacklance Paragon, this lowers the cost of this to 3, but by the time we can play that. So yeah, I'm just gonna, They're playing a Cavalcade deck. I think I can just go big and go hard. Sounds a little bad, but y'all know what I mean. So we'll go ahead and take out the Chandra.
Meditation anyway.
Again, Blacklance Paragon. I think I may just end up using it in this matchup for life, right? Y'all have to excuse me just one moment. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that. 10 Street Dodger is what our opponent's going to be going with. Okay, so some damage, but again, if they swing in here with all of their creatures like they're doing, it leaves them very vulnerable. Do they think they can? Can we race them? Is that an option? Here's my thing: do I have enough time to play Embercleave next turn, put it on a unit, and then play Blacklance Paragon next turn to? That's a Chandra Spitfire. Do they have some way to give it haste? That's the true question. Because if so, that's deadly. This turn I can swing in with Embercleave. 3, which is 6, plus 2 is 8, get them down to 10. Still leaving myself very vulnerable. Play this and this. Right. Why would you tap like that? That makes no sense. Yeah, I think this actually is really good, so we don't really need to cast it at flash speed. We'll just give some life there and play another one of these so we get a little bit more life. Swing in for the 6, and yeah, heal up. Make our Knight a little bit bigger. We have some defenders. I think we can pull this back. As long as they can't give their Chandra Spitfire haste, I think we're fine. Now, if they can, we may very well be dead. That's just a fact of the matter. Well, they only have 3 mana as well, so they'd have to play a land, play a haste, and play Chandra Spitfire, which means these 2 cards would have to be land haste. Nope. Alright, so we should have it. Right, because we have Embercleave next turn. We throw it on the Blacklance Paragon, it demolishes whatever. Ooh, Smitten Swordmaster. Yeah, this is fantastic, actually. I really like this. Now they're saying, well, I gotta block something, right? That's it? Sorely mistaken. Next. And the great thing is if this hadn't killed him, once I played my Smitten Swordmaster, that's 4 extra damage. So again, Smitten Swordmaster is really just meant to tie up that loose end of health, right? So yeah, picking up a game 2, moving on towards platinum. These games are so quick. This deck is so fast. Alrighty, on into a game 3. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that name. We're just gonna call him Nick because I see that at the end and it's easy. I don't like that hand, honestly. Like this hand a lot more, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. The great thing about Tournament Grounds is it can count as your red mana for Embercleave, so keep that in mind. We will be keeping this, and I think we're gonna discard the Godless Shrine, honestly. I think Tournament Grounds in this deck it's so good, so. Yeah, this is a fair hand. If we can find a 2-drop, this is a really solid hand. Sword Spitter. All these Cavalcade decks. I mean, it makes sense because Cavalcade Cavalcade also made it into the top 8, right? Mono Red Cavalcade, which will brand. I'm not surprised, honestly. The deck hits so hard and so fast that it's hard for people, even when they have time to react in a best of 3, you know, matchup. It's just difficult to get underneath it, or to not rather let it get over you. I don't know how you want me to explain that. You know, it's hard to not just get swept up, right? Because turn 4, turn 5 lethal is very, very real, and turn 4 and turn 5 is when some decks are still getting set up, you know? They're like really just getting into their rampage, or really just getting into cards they can play. So expect to see a lot of top 8 decks. Simic Food, Girl Aggro, especially since it was the one to take away the big victory. Mono Red Cavalcade, Mardu Knights may be less popular, but you can still probably expect to see it. I mean, hell, here I am, right? Okay, so I think the way we play this out. Oh, wait a minute, I could just play the land and pump them, huh? I mean, I guess that works just as well as this. The idea here is to kill their Chandra Spitfire. Now, obviously, this is going to be a game where we may not win, because they have the Chandra Spitfire. We don't have any way to directly kill it. You know, this just may be something we don't pull out. But they're not going to block, so that's fine. We'll just pump one of them. And still get them buffed, right? That's the main point here. Do we want to go ahead and get down Rimrock? Do we want to pay the 2 life? That's the thing. So they already have Chandra Spitfire down 2 life. Extra unit on this turn that can attack next turn. Makes my Embercleave go down to 3, so technically we can cast Embercleave on our next turn. You know what? Yeah. Let's try it. Good game. Oh no. Ooh, you hate to see it. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. Alright, so 2 Cavalcades, a Fervent. That is like gorgeous hand. Gorgeous hand. Yes, yes. See, this is what I mean. What is that, turn 3? Turn 4 for them, maybe? Maybe they didn't have another land? Either way, damages. Just, ugh. Alright, so game 3 we pick up a loss, but it is to another top 8 deck. So can you really feel bad? You know, no, that's Magic. Sometimes you get swept. You know, sometimes you get swept. So that is going to do it for today's video. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm sorry that it is such a short video, but you know, I'm trying to work on more projects nowadays. I do still love Magic. For those of you that are questioning it, I still love this game. I'm still interested in the jank of it. I'm still interested in the competitiveness. I watch it as much as I've always watched it, but I don't know. I've just never gotten the urge to, like, you know, just ram my head at ranked on this game. I really enjoy playing ranked nowadays that I'm, like, just trying to be more competitive at things in general. But, you know, don't lose faith in me. I'm going to stay on Magic for, I mean, hell, they showed the symbol, right, for the next, like, 3 or 4 sets. They all look dope as hell. Y'all think I'm going to walk away now? No, hell no. You know, we're just getting started. We're just in the first year of this. We're gonna be keep going. We're gonna be keep going. Wording. We're gonna keep going as long as the game stays fun for me, and it is still fun. So have no fear, for I will remain here. Anyways, thanks everybody again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, again, leave the like down below, and as always, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.